Saraswati Shri Shriman is Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Anatya Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatana Bharaganath Shri Jiv Gopala Das Raghunath Shri Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Prem to go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Vrinda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Vrik Dham Ki Jai Vigatpuri Dham Ki Jai Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai ISKCON Ljubljana Ki Jai Gandhamayan Ki Jai Gavunamayan Ki Jai Srimad Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Srimad Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai, Shri Gaurani Jai Ki Jai, Gaur Brahmanande, Islam was Rani Bhakti, Islam was Rani Bhakti, Islam was Rani Bhakti, Snow Shri Guru, Shri Granda. The devotees coming back today?
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Kopidana Bhava Grivadari Jaya Grivadari Kopidana Bhava Grivadari Jaya Grivadari Yasodanandana Rajadanarandana Jaya Rajadanarandana Yasodanandana Rajadanarandana Jaya Rajadanarandana Yamuna Jiravachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Yamuna Jiravachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Gopidana Ballabha Girivadari Jaya Girivadari Gopidana Ballabha Girivadari Jaya Girivadari Yasodanandana Rajadanarandana Jaya Rajadanarandana Yasodanandana Rajadanarandana Jaya Rajadanarandana Yamuna Jiravachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Yamuna Jiravachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jayom Vishnupad Paramahangsa Prabhadakacharya Astadhara Siddhushi Shiman His Divine Grace Shalisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Raj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Brahmanande Haribol Slavas of Running Bhaktam Slava Shri Guru Shri Garangi Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhute Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tenamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vacharane Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paskatyade Satarne Om Agana Timarandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chaksur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shigaro Shiyuta Parakamalam Shigaram Vaishnavam Cha Shirupam Sagradatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shiva Sakan Vitam Cha Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prashobhana Sudha-devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakapa Tribhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivastadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srimad-bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 5, The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva, Text 19. Gopan Gokula Rakshayam Nirupya Maturam Gataha Nanda Kam Shasya Varshikyam Karam Datum Kuru Dava Gopan Gokula Rakshayam Nirupya Maturam Gataha Nanda Kamshasya Varshikyam Haram Datum Kuru Vaha Angakula Rakshayam Nirupya Maturam Gataha Nanda Kamshasya Vakshikyam Ladies, Nanda Kamshasya Vakshikyam Karam Datum Karudvaha Gopan, the coward men, Gokula Rakshayam in giving protection to the state of Gokula. Arupya, Nirupya, after appointing Maturam in Mathura, Gataha went, Nandaha, Nanda Maharaj, Kangshasya of Kangsa, Varshikyam, yearly taxes, Karam, the share of profit, Datum, to pay, Kuru Udvaha, O Maharaj Parikshit, best protector of the Kuru dynasty. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Shukadeva Goswami continued, thereafter, my dear King Parikshit, O best protector of the Kuru dynasty, Nanda Maharaj appointed the local cowherd men to protect Gokula and then went to Mathura to pay the yearly taxes to King Kangsa. Purport, because the killing of the babies was going on and had already become known, Nanda Maharaj was very much afraid for his newborn child. Thus he appointed the local cowherd men to protect his home and child. He wanted to go immediately to Mathura to pay the taxes due and also to offer some presentations for the sake of his newborn son. For the protection of the child, he had worshipped various demigods and forefathers and given charity to everyone's satisfaction. Similarly, Nanda Maharaj wanted not only to pay Kangsa the yearly taxes, but also to offer some presentation so that Kangsa too would be satisfied. His only concern was how to protect his transcendental child, Krishna. Shukadeva Goswami continued, thereafter, my dear King Parikshit, O best protector of the Kuru dynasty, Nanda Maharaj appointed the local cowherd men to protect Gokula and then went to Mathura to pay the yearly taxes to King Kangsa. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswatundeve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paskadyade Sadarane. Srimad-bhagavatam, especially the 10th canto, is an insight into the transcendental world. This is the world we're supposed to go to if we want to be happy. An interesting thing here is in this world, people have duties. They actually fulfill their duties. It's not all spontaneous. It's not spontaneous in the sense that they do whatever whimsical thing comes to their mind. They know exactly what they're supposed to do, and that's what they do. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives us not only who we are, but who we are, where we are, what kind of body we're in, and what we're supposed to do about it. And partly what we're supposed to do about it is we're supposed to act according to our present psychophysical nature. And there are duties. There's actually things we're supposed to do when we have a certain body. It's not that we invent whatever we want to do when we have a body. No, there's actually certain duties to have in the not only the Varna and Ashram system, but eternally. If we go to Goloka Vrindavan, or when we go to Goloka Vrindavan, and if we wind up as a cowherd boy, we don't participate in the rasa dance. Sorry. If you happen to be a cowherd boy, eternally, you eternally don't get a chance to participate in the rasa dance. And if you're a gopi, you don't fight with Krishna, you don't wrestle with Krishna. And if you're a gopi, you cook. It's not that, my God, I've been cooking for so many years, I hope to become a gopi and I can retire. No more kitchen for me. I'm just going to play games with Krishna all day long. That's my rasa. No, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Abhayam sattva samshudira jnana yoga vyavastiti dhanam dhamma sajagnascha swadhyaya taparjavam. That there are actually duties. We have this body, and everyone has duties automatically when they have a body. Now, of course, in modern society, people don't know what their duty is. They think their only duty is to make money and buy things. Go shopping. Make enough money so your wife, and maybe yourself, you can go and just shop. And if you don't make enough money, then somehow or another get a credit card. And then you can buy all these things and fill up your house with them. And when your house is filled up, it's time to get another house, bigger house. So you can put more things into it. And when you're not shopping, divya tarteha rajan gatumba bharane nava. Divya charte rajan katumba bharane nava. That nidriya riyate naktam vavavayena chavavaya. Divya charte rajan katumba bharane nava. That modern society, what is all this communication about, the fast computers, chat GPT, if you know what that is. What is all about? It's like the Himalayas were going to give birth. You know, the Himalayas are huge mountains, and they're all going to give birth. So all the animals came, and everyone came to see what the Himalayas were going to give birth to. So the mountains were shaking, these huge mountains like Mount Everest were all shaking, and the birth came and a little mouse ran out. So similarly, this whole society filled with sound and fury, but actually signifying nothing. What is it all about? Nidriya riyate naktam. How to sleep at night. If you go on the internet, you can take courses, they'll have hundreds of courses how to go to sleep. You can learn very scientifically how to take rest. I can give you all the information now, so save you the. And when you're not sleeping, then how to have sex. That's the main. Generally, people beforehand they used to play soccer or volleyball or something. But now the main sport is sex life. It's become a sport, a pastime. And in order to support their sleeping and sex, therefore they have working hard during the day, try to get money somehow or another, and then spend it on the house, kutumba, or is it pumsa, striya, maitune, bhavane, tam, tura, ridya, granti, mahu, ato, griya, shetra, tiptapta, vitara, janasya, moho, yam, ahambameti. If you want sex, if you want to sleep nicely, and if you want to buy all kinds of things, then you have to get married, or somehow to live with someone. Get the children, expand, and then you'll become inspired. If you don't make the money, your wife will inspire you. She won't leave you alone. You'll be in constant anxiety. Where is the money? Where is the money? And when your wife goes to sleep, then you finally can take some rest and dream about making money. So you can fill up with what? Atogriya shetra sutapta vitara janasya moho yam ahang mameti. So you can get your house, your garden, your car, and everything else. So you can have your Vaikuntha planet on this earth. Your wife is the goddess of fortune, your husband's a two-armed Narayan, your children are all expansions, some of them are plenary, those who have intelligence, and some of them are partial expansions, those who are foolish. Your car is your Garuda, it takes you all over the 3 temples. And that way one is imagining oneself to be the lord of the material nature and the enjoyer. And that's what all the communication is about, how to become a better enjoyer and controller of the material world. As everyone becomes to the point, we can't even figure out remember where one's keys are. Although the advertisement, the communication has become a bigger controller, the people are becoming less and less powerful, less and less, their memories they're losing everything because they're going the wrong direction. Tatas tanudinam dharma sattvam socham daya shama balena kalya rajan nakshatra yor bulam smriti. Day after day, people are losing everything. Tatas tanudinam dharma, because they're losing dharma. They don't really know what their duty is. They have no idea what their duty is. They're just acting like animals. And they're proud that I'm a big animal, I'm an important animal, I'm controlling so many little animals. So therefore, because dharma is lost, therefore, tatastunli socham sattvam, cleanliness, truthfulness, tolerance, mercy, bodily strength, memory, every day it's being lost more and more. And yet people are imagining they're making progress. Therefore, Krishna says that there are duties, even while we're in the material world. It may not be, when we get a material body, we're obligated, even if there is no varnashram system, we're obligated to act according to the body we have. Just like, for instance, for the brahmachari, the student. What is the student life nowadays? They learn 2 things, chemistry and biology. Biology means how to chase after the opposite sex or anything. Fall in love with anything. And chemistry means what's the effects of different types of intoxication. That's what one learns at school. Everything else is just a minor. They major in intoxication and sex. That's the major. As a matter of fact, by the time you get out of university, you can't remember anything else except for that. You've forgotten everything. So, brahmachari is actually meant brahmachari guru kule vasandanta gurorhitam asavan dasavanicho guru sorida saurida. That brahmachari life means things like qualities like submission. Could you imagine that? Going to university and telling people, I'm going to teach you submission. The students would probably meet you outside and teach you submission after the class. Oh, I'm sorry, I give up. No, I'll never say that again. They're supposed to live in the house of the guru and serve him like a dasavan, like a menial servant. Could you imagine that? Your false prestige, your self-esteem goes out the window. I'm just a humble servant. My father's the emperor, but I'm a humble servant. I'm just waiting till I become the emperor, and I can actually become who I really am. But now I got to be a humble servant. And brahmachari guru kale vasan dantam, control the senses. No more internet, no more video games, no more glancing at the girl next door. You got to control your senses. You got to eat when the guru calls you. I'm hungry. Hey, call me. Don't you see I'm starving? You're a child molester. I'm calling the police. Get you arrested. Starving me to death. It's been 3 hours since I've eaten last. Don't you understand? You're the guru. You should know everything. So people think that this is ridiculous. This is barbaric. They're torturing the kids. As one deprogrammer said, I treat my dog better than they treat their kids. They're giving them wax paper to eat off of. At least I give my dog a bowl to eat off of. They're eating with their hands. Could you imagine that? Their hands. So therefore, modern society is completely different from a real society, from a civilized society. But due to our influence, we're thinking, oh, this is normal, this is desirable, this is advancement, becoming more and more animalistic. So if I become a brahmachari, then I should be a brahmachari. It shouldn't be a brahmastra. You know what a brahmastra is? What is a brahmastra?
Combination between brahmacharya and grihastha.
Yes. It was probably what you used to say, bachelor daddy. No, I should actually work. If I want to claim myself to be a brahmachari, then I should work like a brahmachari or brahmacharini. Not that when I come to the temple, as I used to say, then I put on my halo, and there's a little halo over my head. And then when I walk out of the temple, immediately, two little horns develop out of nowhere. I might tuck in my tail. No, we have to develop we have to know what a brahmachari is. We should be interested in what a brahmachari or a brahmacharini is, and then work according to that. Follow the duties. And then one can actually become a proper grihastha. Not that I work as a bachelor daddy, check out all the women or all the men, and then afterwards I can figure out which one I want. No, that's not a very good idea. That's not how the material nature works. It's not so liberal. The material nature is very strict. Then if one becomes a grihastha, then there's dhanam, dhammas, and jagya. Not that I become a grihastha, now it's time to enjoy for the next 30 years, until I can't enjoy anymore, and then I renounced my family. I chew, it's like sugar candy, or gum. You put it in your mouth, you chew it and chew it and chew it, until all the sugar's out, and then you spit it out. So simply we chew on each other for the next 30 years, and when there's no more sugar, we just spit each other out. That's called renunciation. Then we go and find someone else. Like I was in the airport in Las Vegas, visiting my parents, and there was a whole group of people, they must have been in their 80s or maybe 90s, and they were all boyfriends and girlfriends, thinking about getting married, starting a new life. Life begins at 80. So if we don't follow brahmachari life, then we'll be doomed to try to live out some kind of mating for the rest of our life. But actually, sense and mind control engaging is only possible when we engage in our senses in Krishna's service. So that's what we have to do. It's householders, not householders, oh, I've retired from brahmachari life, now I'm a grihastha life. No, the same principles we learn in the brahmachari life, that's what we're supposed to apply in household life. So we can actually engage our senses in Krishna's service. So that we can actually give in charity. That's mine, it's no one else. I worked hard for it. If the beggars come, I give a few cents here. Go away, don't bother. No, and it should be charitable, grihastha. One should understand everything is coming. Krishna gave me this energy, and now I should give it back to Krishna and his servants. And yajna, one's life has to be a yajna as a householder. That one has to serve Krishna, yajna vai Vishnu, or else one will simply, everything one does is bound and degrades one in the material world. Then one will become eligible to vanaprastha life. One will be able to follow the austerities necessary. Of course, we don't go into the forest, But at least we'll be able to retire and hear and chant about Krishna, not thinking about another family in Vrindavan, starting another family. Then one can actually come to the platform of liberation, become fearless, cultivate spiritual knowledge, and actually become purified so that one can give up one's material desires. But it doesn't happen automatically. It happens by following whatever situation we're under and try to do that to the best we can. Like Jagatarini Devi Dasi, who was Burjan Prabhu's wife when they were in Hong Kong. Prabhupada was talking to Jagatarini Devi Dasi, who was previously, she was an actress in Australia. And she had a big career coming up. She did a movie with Mick Jagger, if you know who he is. You know who Mick Jagger is? What's that?
No, I know about it.
Yeah. Mick Jagger was the head of the Rolling Stones. You heard of the Rolling Stones? Big rocks. Big rockers. And she became a devotee. Somehow or another, she became attracted to the devotees. She joined the movement. And in a very short period of time, Prabhupada told her to get married to Burjan Prabhu, an American. So I know them both for many decades. And you can, well, I mean, they're quite different from each other, to say the least. So Jagatarini Mataji went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada was talking about being submissive, being a maidservant to your husband. Could you imagine that, getting married and becoming a maidservant? Which lady nowadays gets married to their husband and thinks herself to be a maidservant? It's so far out. It's so much different from what's going on. So Jagatarini, well, the ladies looks very grave. So Mother Jagatarini said that, no, this is just too far away from our culture. How can I do this? So Prabhupada said, well, if it's the best thing, why not accept it? If it's actually the best way of acting, why not accept it? So it takes some intelligence, but if one has the intelligence and understands the value and the result, the auspicious result of acting that way, doing one's actual position, then one may adopt it and see if it actually works or not. But that information is not even available. First of all, just as that example, if the wife acts as a maidservant to her husband, then the husband surrenders. It's just normal. He becomes more attracted to his wife and becomes submissive. As soon as the husband becomes attracted to his wife, then he becomes submissive to his wife. So if you want to control your husband, you act as a submissive servant to your husband, and if he's anything normal, if he's not an animal, then he'll also become submissive and reciprocate. But if you compete with your husband, hey, look, kid, I don't accept this husband is superior, you're trying to lord it over me, trying to exploit me, I'm not going to allow it. Then there'll simply be a constant fight in the family. Simply competition. Who's on the top? Who's the controller here? And it'll be very displeasing to everyone. There won't be any love and affection because there'll be too much competition with each other. Could you imagine the gopis competing with Krishna? Who's going to become God here? No, so one has to understand what one's doing. And it's a little difficult because it's bitter at first, like poison, but at the end it could be like nectar. That's one of the reasons why sometimes devotees don't like to read the books, because it tells them too much and they don't want to hear it. They joined the movement because they were expecting prasadam and dancing. They didn't expect this philosophy with duties and everything like that. It's just too difficult. But if we actually want to enjoy the chanting, we want to enjoy the prasadam, we want to enjoy the music, we want to enjoy the art, then we have to do our duty. We have to find out. We have this body, we have to use it appropriately. And then the result is that we become purified. And if we don't become purified, we can go on with our activities, but it'll just be superficial. We won't be able to experience the depth of Krishna consciousness. We'll just be on the surface, trying to lick the bottle of honey without going inside. So the point is that even when we are in the material world, when we haven't realized our spiritual identity, and we're not working on the spiritual platform, then we have to know what our duties are. If we have a body of a grihasta, or brahmacharya, brahmacharini, or as a Brahmin, whatever, we should know what the duties are, and then we should try to follow those duties if we want to become purified. Otherwise, it's just going to be an imagination, Krishna consciousness. And even if we come to the spiritual world, as Gopakumara in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, when he was in Vaikuntha, and he was talking to Narada Muni and Uddhava, Uddhava was giving advice about how a proper kshatriya should work. So Narada Muni started to laugh. He said, even in the spiritual world, here we are, and Uddhava, you still think you're a kshatriya. But a spiritual kshatriya. Even Krishna, so Uddhava said, well, here in Dwarka, we're in Dwarka, even Krishna works like a king, like a kshatriya. So we shouldn't think I'm going to escape from this material existence, and I'm going to be free to do whatever I want. I'm going to go to the spiritual world and just do whatever I want. It doesn't work like that. We have our identities there, and our identities means that we're enthusiastic to follow that identity. That's what we want to do. We don't want to do anything else. And here out of illusion, we're not following even our false identity. We're creating so many falsities, even in our false identity, getting ourselves more and more into difficulty. So I'll stop there. Thank you. Any questions or comments? Heavy class, wasn't it? Yeah. I got everyone depressed now. Yes.
Thank you for inspiring lecture. I would just like to ask, when we have like temptations to work according to our own whims and not according to our duty, so how can we at such time really say no to such temptations? How can we also in such time try to work according to our prescribed duties?
Could you say that again slowly?
I'm sorry. So the question I would just like to ask, when there are some temptations.
Somewhat.
Like when there is some
Temptation. Okay. Yeah.
So that we do that circumstances find the strength to act according to our own duties.
Well, first of all, we should know what our duty is, so we can know. Second is we have to chant Hare Krishna, remember Krishna. Because if we remember Krishna, Krishna will give us the spiritual strength, hopefully, to do the right thing. Without Krishna, it's impossible to, especially in this age, just by sheer willpower, to overcome the force of the material energy. As Krishna says, the divided soul may be restricted from sense objects, though the taste for sense objects remains, but ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, one becomes fixed in consciousness. So only by experiencing a higher taste in Krishna consciousness, by trying to think about Krishna in a favorable way and pray for his mercy, for his protection and shelter, can we Krishna give us the spiritual, put us under the spiritual energy, so that our attraction to the external energy will diminish, or even under the spiritual energy, it will even be evaporated. So, take shelter of Krishna. Anything else? Khala Grantarai srimad-bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.
Never expect anything from the world. Why they think that you belong?
Niso vedeli.
Niso vedeli. Tudi isti rak kot zdaj.
Wow.
Ampak je ta šel
to je fila.
2 meseca.
To je fila.
Veš, 2 meseca
Zdaj sam še tebe.
Ja, ja. In ne veš,
šel ti na pregled, če boš da.
Ne, ampak veš, zdaj čas je se Slovenija, čas je Ljubljani, zdaj gati ne more peljati na tekmo, na stadion. In zdaj gre A treba gledati, što ti ovdje bo hajde v boji, tako što kaj se predi tam, viš. Eno uro prej moraš priznat roke. Ja, on gleda okolo nekaj fotografira, dela videe, da si ti ovdje zberem slično da se začne, ne moreš razpravati, ok, gledaš, da kdo je stane, kaj da je skam. Ok, potem 15 minut pauza, malo bereš razstavo Secret Services. Sem jih vprašal, kako lahko napišem papir, vprašam, zanima meni, da vidim papire, kako so šprimili vrti v Sloveniji. Kako se jim moče v Orvini? Ja, v Orvini. Če bi je opratovilo, se vlaga. Ja, je bila bi pa si Slovenija. Kako bi postopilo Kijo? Ja. 20 nazad na Hrvaškem so dali zvoljenci vsem, da pridejo in da vidijo, če so jih špivirali in da prevežejo papirje. In bakte nisem ja, seveda se nismo razmišljali, nismo razmišljali.
Šta so pet zadnje ISKCON Ljubljana Slovenija? Kaj veš?
Ja, še da, da bo, da jatra in ta praviš, ne če veš, kaj bo je muzici, se zbili, da je to bilo, izbavke so že prej pridigali, ampak uradno, ko smo dobili, ne vem, Savski, Dovačnanske zajednice.
Istočasno je zadnje.
Ne, to je vse bilo ena Jugoslavija.
Tam so bili
Ampak Zagreb je bilo da Slavija. Ja, si mislim, da je Zagreb. A veš kaj?
To je danačena pa ta.
Na liki živimo.
Zdaj se imaš web stranico, na kateri si povezan, na kateri je povezano ful biblioteka, nastaje v času gospoda čitanja. Mumbai je, kao se reče, pogotovo, ampak v času gospoda čitanja to je bilo 7 let, kateri so živeli tribals. Pozdravili zemljo, more, pogotovo, to je Mumbai. Mumbai ni ostaje v času gospoda čitanja. Na tom pogotovo je Mumbai in zdaj se razširi na Mumbai in ostale možno zdaj poskočiti na šel, nekaj nam se že znani Mumbai, kaj zdaj tudi Mumbai. To delamo raziskavo, potem bhakti vino tam, on obiskal Bhakti-Siddhanta Swami je pošiljal učenice večkrat in je obiskal Mumbai večkrat. Šila Prahladananda je začel Mumbai obiskati 27. bil je kasno živel na Hazardu, je prihajal na biznis in kako se reče sedel v hotelu. Prenočil, jaz sem dobil adresu tam. Ta cela stvar še ni hotel. En del je hotel motel in različnih stvari. In tam lahko obiščeš restaurant, da primerno.
Mumbai si začel raziskovati občanstvo?
Ne, Mumbai sem začel raziskovati.
A kak je
Bhakti-Siddhanta 34. leta, šele Prahladananda prišel živeti v Mumbai 3 leta. Z bratom, slovom in z 2 sina. In 3 leta je bil živel v Mumbai, je prišel je srečo na Bhakti, bil taj 2 leta prej kot iniciacija. 32 leta. In je zdaj aktivno pridigal, biznis ni šlo nekaj srednjega, ampak je pridigal. Je pridigal, prijatelj mu bil angažiran, ni bil tam nekaj živel zona. In v Mumbai je prišel Bhakti-Siddhanta Swami, ki se srečava in Bhakti-Siddhanta Swami povedal bi prirogo. Let him do whatever he's doing when the time comes to do everything on his own. In the future, Abhajana ne vem, da je bilo.
To je pisano v Ljubljani,
ta prva je opisana, ta druga ni opisana.
ki si pa zasledil ta pregovor?
Ta druga je iz knjige Our Short Bhagavad, A Friend to All. Mataji mora praktiti, Short Bhagavad učenca, ker je zapustila ISKCON. Ona je sešla, zdi da ste se javili Ljubljani, ste zapustili, sem se šla ja, ampak je slišala par zgodb iz starih dnev Prabhupada, se pogovarjala z eno sestro in rekla si lahko zamisliš, dobili se te zgodbe in je 9 let šla okolo, obiskovala ljudje, kateri so poznali Prabhupada pred prihodom na Zahod in intervjuirala in z višjimi bengaščini, angliščini in je to se dala v eno knjigo. Our Short Bhagavad, A Friend to All. In v knjigi to zgodbo, kaj Prabhupada z Bhakti-Siddhanta v Mumbai in Bhakti-Siddhanta pravi Abhajana na Hivju, zgodbo opisuje en Maharaj iz Ljubljana, kateri ni bil tam, ampak pravi, moj guru Maharaj je bil tam in sem ga slišal večkrat, kako poveduje to zgodbo. In so dali to v knjigo. In on pravi, je dal lokacijo v Mumbaju, kje je to bilo, kdaj je bilo, in sem dobil datum, sem dobil lokacijo, kje je bil tempel, na 3 različne lokacije.
Kje so se začeli te pregovori?
Ja, na isti lokaciji.
Kje je možno nastoje?
Guru Goranga Radha Vinod In je Prabhupada bil do odhoda Bhaktisiddhante Sarasvatija v Mumbaju in 37 let še nazaj v Allahabad, spakirali celo družino in so prišli nazaj v Allahabad. Ampak to poglavje Bhaktisiddhante Sarasvatija se bo ekspandiralo v dve knjige. Ena je Prabhupada in Bhaktisiddhante Sarasvatija v Mumbaju, ampak Prabhupada v Mumbaju tudi prihodil na zahod. Kaj je prišel nazaj 70. leta v Mumbaj s Bhaktama, tu se začina knjiga Giridaša Maharaja, ali gre bilo tem, to 800 stran, ta wow, nekaj, kaj 8 let Maharaja. Ekstaza, ampak nič ni povedal, kaj je prej. Ok, lahko jaz zdaj tako služim Bhakti, sem kontaktiral Bhakti v čau, pa ti ne vem nič, pa noben ni gleda raziskava.
Kako je danes v bistvu?
Ne, zdaj ga bom kontaktiral. Tudi imam par vprašanj za Giridaša Maharaja, da bom tudi obožuje Šadbuža in Nityan.
Kako bo sam učil, ki je to? Imaš tudi
Ta Šadbuža knjiga je zdaj na 6. poziciji, na koncu seveda. Bom rabo več časa za to eno knjigo, da bi te raziskali do konca za 5.
To ta knjiga vam je
Šadbuža, to ona bo 6.
Ne, ampak teh se je tudi poskajal časa, za tega knjigo še zelo nekaj.
Šadbuža.
Aha, to je bilo.
Ja, bomo morali izkoristiti 100 templjev Šadbuža. Ja, božanstvo.
Če to smisel velika poškodovana skit je bilo.
Proško, vse je bilo.
Ampak
Če da držim za knjige. Prerokbe, vsake knjige, potem Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati in Šrila Prabhupada v Mumbaju. In tretja knjiga je kronologija komunikacije Bhaktisiddhante Sarasvati in Šrila Prabhupada, kdaj sta se srečala od 1. 22. do poslednjega pisma.
Kaj je šel?
Ja, kaj bom Prabhupada pisal iz Mumbaja v Jagannath-puri in je govoril Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati, sem dobil datum, točen datum Prabhupadove iniciacije, katerega nimamo v koledarju. Ja, je 23. novembra 1932.
Govor, da ne bo še ni tistega, bom izpogledal nazaj, kaj si pogledal, bom gledal, se nazaj pogledal, če
Ja, ni bilo način.
Če kje gleda?
Je bil na
23. novembra.
23. novembra 32. Bhakti pravi, da je 33. leta in če preberiš vse, kaj je Prabhupada povedal, je vse 33, vse 33. Ampak Prabhupada pravi še par različnih stvari. Pravi, da je to bilo, da je 10 let čakal na iniciacijo, kaj je 32.
Jaz sem poslišal, da sem 12 let. Sem na Bhakti, nekaj sem na ki sem nekaj.
Ja, Prabhupada pravi 10 let čakal. Kako meni 32. Potem Prabhupada pravi v Allahabadu, ko se reče v najmeni lokaciji tempel bil, živim 32 v templi, se priselil v novi templi, ko so ga naredili, kaj je Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati naredil, 33 če je zapisal, če ima kakšen pomnik, bo ti aristokrati so nekaj pisali. Ja, če obstaje. Narendrana tematika. Ne, mislim, da on iskreno. Ne. Veš, kaj pravi, da je v bistvu ta prvič in da je srečo. In da je potem še par krat obiskal Gaudiya in se pogovarjal in družosti z Maharažima, z Gaudiya, tudi starejši Maharaži, ki so še bili Maharaži. Je potem 23. leta z družina odselil v Ah in je 28. leta spet srečen. In tudi mi potem radi
Še četrto papet.
Čekaj, da papet prerobbe. Prahladananda Swami še pravi v Mumblaju. 172 acharyas. Kronologija komunikacije še Prahladananda Swami, zgodovina prihoda srimad-bhagavatam v ta svet, kako je, če se kako ljudi detalji.
Dokumentacija je, da se mi prišačite s vami.
Bhagavatam.
Ja, ne.
To je bolj akademički. Šadbožak in Šikšaštaka. Sem malo začel študirati Šikšaštaka.
Imaš avto sami pripravljeni.
Ja, je napisal Šikšaštaka tudi večji kot diamant Bhakti, pisal nekaj Šikšaštaka.
Imaš ki timo, mislim, esejno, ali pomaš, kaj
Ne, veš kako gre. Gospod Čitanja je prišel iz Gaje, v Gaji je sprejel inicijacijo, prišel v Navadnik in je bil leto pa pol v Navadnik. Začel sem bivanje Sankirtana in Navadnik bo napisal Šikšaštaka. In je podučeval, in Navadnik bo štukam Bhagavatam, če je podučuje, da ga presenečen.
Čak, on je to zapisal prav? Jaz sem zgoril malo izgovoril.
Mislim, da je podučeval Šikšaštaka, ampak je on skomponiral.
To pa ne.
Ja.
Samo nimeč,
Ja. In potem, kad je pol bil v Džana Kubiju, je podučeval Šikšaštako Ramananda Roju in Raghunatha Swamiju. To piše v Četanja Čaritamrite in potem poslednji poglavi Četanja Čaritamrite je Šikšaštaka.
On kako danes pa resno?
Ja. Ampak veš,
Kako se čez celo pa preliti?
Ja, ampak prva knjiga, v kateri je Šikšaštaka, je pa Djava Vedrupa Gosvamija. To je kolekcija različnih versov in Šikšaštaka je tu en vers, tu drugi, tu tretji in malo zmešano. Pa hare-krishna-ljubljana Gosvami dal po Šikšaštako. In ono Šikšaštaki, no to, kako gospod Čitanja podučuje Raghunatha Swamija, ta vers, da bi se ničeno podučuje šutno Bhagavatam, če gospod Čitanja da privod tega versa v bengalščino in da komentar na ta vers. Potem v poslednjem poglavi Četanja Čaritamrite, Šikšaštaka, Antaruja 20, Krišna Swami daje prevod verzov in daje komentar. In potem, kaj je poslednji vers Šikšaštaka, potem gre 14 verzov v bengalčini, kateri je natil gospod Čitanja kot komentar na poslednji vers Šikšaštaka. Tako da obstaja par komentarjev gospoda Čitanja na nekatere verse.
Kako je temo Čitanja? Sploh je dal prav Bhagavatam Čitanja, če bi tam te komentarje, če bi se kako?
Ne, to so verse v Čitanja Čaritamrite, to je to. In je prav Bhagavatam komentiral.
Ja, oziroma komentarje v Čitanje na...
Ja, na nekatere verse.
Te je Čitanje, ne Čitanje.
To je, ja, Čitanje, to je Čitanje.
Vseh teh komentarji.
Ja. Pa potem pa Djava Vedrupa Gosvamija obstaja en komentar, ki je napisal, še ne vem, da ga je napisal Rečendra, pa sin gospoda Nityananda. Tako da obstaja komentar na Šikšaštako njegov, potem obstaja knjiga Karnananda, kateri je napisal Yadunanda Nadas, on ni srečil gospoda Čitanja še po, ampak pravi, tako je gospod Čitanja podučeval v Jagannathpurju Šikšaštako Ramananda Roju. Tu je par stran, 2 strani teksta od temu. In je potem nič nekaj storiti. Potem bhakti-yoga je napisal komentar na Šikšaštako, samo da namašam. Par let potem je napisal 8 pesmi, ena pesem na vsaki vers Šikšaštake. Je napisal še par pesmi na vsaki pesmi, in je to se dalo po eno knjigo. verze Šaštake z Aštakalija Lilo, z nivoima od škade do preme, povezuje vsaki verze z dve besede iz Mahamantre. Tih 7 blagoslovov iz prvega versa povezuje z celo Šaštako z nivoima. Veš kaj? Ne?
Pa to je bilo nadaljevanje pa nove knjige, zdaj sem se sistemala. Čitala in pa naravno nastala. Kaj je prijel, rekel, ali vse tam ure nimo.
Ne, si bravo, imate pristipali.
Ali to ono piše tam?
Ne, napisala je. Že napisano je to.
Ja, rečki na to temo, sem zdaj rekel to.
Ja, naravno nastala.
Ampak je, želevali sami ima božanstvo.
Ja.
Pa obstaja, jaz bi mu naravno nastala.
Sem videl eno božanstvo, nekakve dobijo en kos, kako se to reče? Slovenča. Ajdo, kako se reče slovenča? Ja, ok. In je nekaj tednov ali mesec bi počasi delal božanstvo in sem nekaj to rekel, ne vem, ampak izgledal kot narod. Nekaj tim dal, da bi što tako. Mislim, da obstaja 2 božanstva narodama v Bangladešu, ISKCON bo imel božanstvo narodama zdaj na Guru Parampara oblani, v Najbolj Teofiliju, bo cel Guru Parampara oblani. Ja, ampak veš, potem Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati je napisal komentar na Šaštakom in je napisal spet komentar na Čitanje. Te 203 napisal. Naprej napisal komentar na Šaštakom, da je začel pisati komentar na Čitanje Čaritamrilo, sta Bhakti-Vino Thakur in Kdor prišel, da je skoraj že bila živa, kaj je zakončal, sta oba že zapustila telo. 2 leta je pisal komentar. In na koncu je Šaštaka in je potem spet napisal kratek komentar na Šaštako in je dal lekcije na Šaštako in kaj je Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati zapuščal telo, je vprašal, kako je meni pis Kdor, Širupa Manjari pada in je pa peo Bhakti-rakša Šira. In je potem vprašal drugega Bhakto, hare-krishna-ljubljana, da mu poje pesem Bhakti-Vino Thakura o drugem verzu Šaštaka v bengalščini. Kam nimam okusa in kad je taj Bhakto pel do konca pesmi, na koncu pesmi je Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati dal roko na čelo in začel. To je zadnja pesma, ki je slišal. To se je dal, če si živim, dal lekcije na Šaštaka. Ampak Šila Prabhupada je napisal članek